Okay, I'm about to tell you something that you probably would never believe. What if I told you there was a movie out there that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's not doing 80s action type stuff, he's not in that sort of character type, and instead he's playing a dramatic role that he's actually really good at. Would you believe me if I told you that? Well, shocked as you may be, it is true, and the movie is called Maggie. Alright, Maggie is a bit unusual compared to other horror movies because it's not particularly a horror movie, it's rather a drama that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger that has horror movie elements to it. Wrap your brain around that one. Simply put, Maggie is set in a world where the zombie apocalypse has already happened. We're not set during a time where it's happening or in the middle of the apocalypse. We're set at the end of the apocalypse. Things have calmed down. There are still zombies. There's still the disease, but it's more contained and only small outbreaks occur. It's also during a time when the society is trying to rebuild. Throughout the movie, they keep talking about opening the schools up again. So things are getting back to normal. It's at the end of the apocalypse, which is a very nice setting because we get too many movies where it starts at the beginning of the apocalypse or in the middle. We never really see a movie that is set entirely at the end of an apocalypse, which is very refreshing. The basic premise of this is that there are people that still are infected, but the zombie process in this movie is slow. It can take up to 6 to 8 weeks. So people are still nervous around zombies, of course, and people are scared and they get sent to this containment facility where they just throw in all the infected people. And people try to keep their zombie infected friends and family together until they start turning worse and worse, and once they get to a certain point in their zombie infection, then they have to be put into containment. So in this movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a father to this girl that is slowly turning into a zombie. And it becomes a question of whether they should put her away into this containment area, whether they should keep her until she gets worse enough to send her away, whether they should kill her themselves, or just try to live with it. And it is honestly really fascinating. It is a very different and fresh feel to the zombie apocalypse sort of movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger is really good in this film. He is very subtle. He doesn't go into his action 80s action type characters. He really plays a great father, and you completely buy his predicament and you understand that he totally loves his daughter. Who knew Arnold Schwarzenegger can actually do some dramatic roles? The actress, I don't know her name, but the actress playing Maggie is really good as well. She's not as good at the beginning, in my opinion. Maybe it was just me, but maybe I was just too focused on Arnold Schwarzenegger. But at the beginning, she's alright. But towards the end of the movie, she is fantastic. And she's just amazing towards the end of this movie. So this is not a movie full of blood and gore and zombies being decapitated. It's not a movie about of humans struggling against a zombie horde. But no, this is a very small drama about this family that is taking care of a terminally ill child, basically, and their struggles to dealing with it as she's slowly turning into a zombie. So basically, it's like I said, it's like a terminally ill drama, but basically this terminal illness will slowly turn you into a zombie and a man-eater, so that's gonna be a little bit more drastic. While there is no heavy gore and just disgusting imagery, there is some disturbing things throughout the film as she's slowly turning into a zombie. There's like black blood, she's deteriorating, veins are coming out. It's really, there is some moments where it is disturbing. There isn't too many bad things I can say about Maggie. I think the only criticism I have is the ending wasn't as great as I thought it would be. There's this one suspenseful moment that was a little too predictable for me, and the ending just sort of ended. I wish there was a little bit more, if there was a little bit more of the reaction of what happens at the end from one of the characters, then I could have said the ending was pretty good. But there's something missing for me in the ending, and I understand why it's done that way, but at the same time, in this movie, it's more about Arnold Schwarzenegger's character and Maggie's, and not just one character. But by the end of the movie, it makes it look like it's strictly from Maggie's point of view, which it really isn't. But other than the ending, I don't really have too many problems with Maggie, except that I still really enjoyed it. Now, it's not like some amazing movie that I would give 5 stars to, but it's something that is really enjoyable, and I was greatly surprised by it. At that same time, this is not a movie for everyone. Some people will not like this movie at all, and I can understand why. Because you go into the movie expecting something completely different from what the movie really is. There's a bunch of Arnold Schwarzenegger fans that'll go to it because Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it, but it's completely different from any of his other movies, so they won't like it. And then there's horror fans that love zombie movies that might go into the movie thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger's going to be a badass, killing a bunch of zombies, there's going to be blood, there's going to be guts, there's going to be a lot of people dying. But that's not really what it is. It's really a drama with horror elements to it. So that will leave some fans disappointed, and I can understand that. It's one of those movies where the true audience that would like it are the people that won't go to see it because it has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it and because they think it's just another zombie movie. Those are the people that would like this film, but they're not going to go see it because they're going to think that this is something that they're not going to like at all. I think the reason why I like it is because I like all kinds of movies, so I'm fine with it. So I'm going to give Maggie 3.5 stars. It is almost a 4. If the ending was a little different, then I probably would have given it a 4, but it's 3.5 for now. So have you seen Maggie? What did you think about it? Go ahead and comment. I am really interested in what people might have thought about it. And if you haven't seen Maggie, then what is your favorite zombie movie, I guess? And if you like this review, go ahead and subscribe. Check out my other 2015 movie reviews. I've got plenty. And just be careful with the older ones. The older ones just aren't as good quality. I think Dragonheart 3 and newer are the better quality reviews, so just be careful with anything older than Dragonheart 3. As always, this is BruceGifford, and this was Just My Opinion.